in the last episode we set off from Westport and we headed north to continue our motorcycle journey of Ireland. We went to some really remote coastline here, didn't we, and saw some spectacular cliff lines. But for now, we're going to continue heading north and we're going to make our way up to Sligo. So join us as we continue our tour of Ireland and journey to Sligo.
Ballycroy National Park.
So that's where we're headed next as we continue on the Wild Atlantic Way, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, that W with the wave is the Wild Atlantic Way.
That's good. I should remember what it's called now. I must have said it about 100 times. Alright, we still have 258 kilometres to go until we get to Sligo. And we're going to hug this coastline and try and find these cliffs that were recommended to us by the local at the pub. He said they were better than the Cliffs of Moher, so looking forward to seeing them. Have you ever heard of them before, Em?
I haven't, no. But I remember the Cliffs of Moher bigger, so I'm hoping to be wowed by these if he says that they're better.
Yeah, he also said you can't really miss them. So if we miss them...
Sean, look at this.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
With all of the foliage, they've kind of hidden the road on the other side and this side.
Just actually, yeah, we rode round there. I can't really see where it is. I think we're about, 10 kilometres away from the viewpoint that had been suggested to us. It's called the Downpatrick Way, I think, or Downpatrick Viewpoint. It's somewhere along there on the coastline. But we had a little glimpse of it then, didn't we, Emma? It was pretty cool.
Yeah. It is very similar to the Cliffs of Moher.
Yeah, it is, I guess. But the roads feel really abrasive today. I don't know why that is. I feel like I'm riding on sandpaper.
Yeah, it's definitely a different road surface than what we had in the south of Ireland.
Yeah, it's that coarse, like, worn away bit in there. It feels really rough. I was actually looking at the back tyre and I think we might have to replace that soon. Well, both might as well replace the front and the back. I wanted to replace them in Inverness where we got our service booked in with BMW, but they said they didn't do tyres.
Crazy.
So, yeah, a bit disappointing that, really. But maybe we can find a place in Belfast, because I don't think... Yeah, I can't imagine any of the smaller towns here are going to stock tyres the right size, but there's a chance for Belfast. I might have a look tonight and see if we can find them, because we can either let it run to the end of the trip and have not much tread left, or I thought we might as well change them early, and then we can have fresh tyres for Scotland as well, which would be good.
Alright, we can talk about it later.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we won't be able to, like, consult the groups with what tyre choice we should make. Might just have to just put some tyres on.
What are we going to do?
Take whatever's available.
Anarchy Adventure would be good.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind another set of them. They were quite good last time.
Wow.
These torrents next to seem to be running the distance, though. Are consistently getting 10,000k out of them.
That's awesome. It's like a full piece of land is broken
there.
away.
Perhaps the cliffs are on the other side, because it doesn't look so sheer here.
So it's a 5-kilometre detour off the main road to reach the land head, I guess.
Yeah, just like 10 minutes to Downpatrick Head. Hope it's worth it. It looked good from afar, wasn't it? It's actually the stack you saw before.
Yeah.
But it's quite bleak round here.
It is, and it's also quite cold today.
Oh, so what? Sorry, yeah?
It's quite cold today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dropped down to 15 degrees at the moment. But there's a bit of a wind coming in off the sea. as you can see, we're here at the Downpatrick head. It's about 1.4 kilometre walk to the top. So I think we'll go for a little stroll as we've been on the bike most of today.
It also, we can see a blowhole. Is that right?
That's what it's called, yeah. Apparently it's where the water like finds its way into the cave. And then, I don't know, it must shoot up. There we go. But I think this is like how the cliffs of Moher were before they put in the safety rails.
And before they put in the touristy bit.
Yeah, exactly, because there's no paying for the car park. And you can walk right up to the cliff edge there, as close as you dare. But it looks quite good from a distance, doesn't it? Enter at your own risk, there is dangerous blowholes.
And rapidly eroding cliffs.
You've been warned.
We've been warned. Whoa.
Well, that is quite impressive. I guess when the tide is really strong, it probably shoots up as well. It's relatively calm today. The signpost there said there's a World War II era site, I think they call them, which I had a look before we left for this trip. They used to put markings on the floor in numbers so that the pilots, when they came over the coast, could identify where they were quite easily with, and I think this one is 64. So there should be a big 64 written on the floor somewhere around here. Well, it's health and safety at your own discretion here, Em.
It's a bit of a stomach churner.
You can literally go right up to the edge. So, are you saying this is what the cliffs of Moher used to be like?
Yes.
As you remember them?
I think so, yeah.
You are literally walking on the cliff edge there.
But I think these ones, they're not as tall as the cliffs of Moher, like in height.
That's true, yeah.
But they are so dark.
They are, aren't they? With like
They almost look like it's coal. It's that black.
They do, it does like it's been charred with fire. The occasional white line. Oh, she's having a pig.
I ain't going any closer than this. I've got my mum and dad in my head going, feet on the floor, feet on the floor.
And here's the stack that we saw from the road from quite a few kilometres away.
That's absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. Have you?
No, not like that. It's just perched there, isn't it? I'm guessing the other bits fell into the sea a long time ago. But it looks pretty solid, that bit.
This is incredible. And, like, scary at the same time. And they've made, well, the ground here is like moss balls.
It's very odd,
like
isn't it?
uneven as you walk. So the Dunbrist Sea Stack also means the Broken Fort, and it lies about 50 metres off the shores here, and it's 150 feet high. It is incredible to behold. The seas around it are very tough, and I think they believe in around the 1300s it was separated when a massive storm hit this area. was my highlight of Ireland so far.
That was great, wasn't it?
It was awesome. It was really, really special and completely unexpected. I've never seen anything like that. I think I've said that 6 times on this blog so far, but I haven't. Which in 55 countries, you find something completely new.
Yeah, and was on your doorstep all this time.
And we spent, again, a couple of hours here because we didn't want to leave because it is just so awesome. And again, we've been lucky. It's not so windy. The weather's great.
Warm, isn't it?
It's like 16 degrees. There's no rain in sight, and we're an hour and a half ride away from where we're hoping to stay tonight, which is Sligo. Everything's going to plan.
It is strangely going to plan and very relaxed, and take it easy and enjoy everything.
Heading west. I have just remembered that I have seen something like that in Beirut, but it was the arch, wasn't it? And it was a bit further off.
It was, yeah. Well, that was quite impressive.
But that was very impressive as well. But yeah, so I have seen something like it.
Just in case.
Just in case anybody watches the vlog back.
And was being deceitful.
But yeah, the Beirut one was a similar thing, but I think it was white rock, wasn't it? This one is dark rock. Yeah. So it's a different type of rock. So I'm staying with my original theory and speech. That's all.
Right, we're leaving Downpatrick Head now, and we are finally just going to head straight to our destination tonight. We were going to do a little bit more coastal roads, but I think we've filled our quota today for coastal extravaganzas.
I would actually agree with that. I would. And it's been such a great day. We want to end it on a high by finally making our way to Sligo and hopefully catching it in the last of the daylight before we have a little wander around in the morning. But it's been such a good day, but I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. Are you?
Yeah, I'm really hungry. I'm getting a bit chilly as well, actually. It's 13 degrees at the moment. We've got 91 kilometres to go, and we should get there at 8:20. So I'm hoping maybe a restaurant or even just a chippy or something is open. That'll do us for tonight.
I've recovered from my chips in Wales.
Is it time for Irish chips?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds good.
Definitely. But we still got a nice ride to it. I think every ride in Ireland that you do is nice, is lovely. I don't think you can be like, oh, this was a horrible drive, unless it's like raining and pouring down, and then I get what you mean. But the scenery all over Ireland is generally just lovely. Lovely and pretty are the words that I would describe Ireland as. And then in parts you have these moments of rugged and raw beauty, and they're the differences, I'd say. But overall it's generally a pretty lovely island.
Very good, have you? You've also used your lovely quota up there now. But I agree with you there. Yes.
You're so mean.
But one thing I have realised is you don't need to ride all of the Wild Atlantic Way.
No.
Because
we were thinking that we were going to be on this for like 2,500 kilometres.
Because quite frankly, you're going to need to dedicate quite a few weeks to the Wild Atlantic Way, because it just goes in and out. But pick out your highlights, go and see them, and I think you get a general feel, don't you, of the area.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's certain places that are must see and must ride, and then everywhere else just do what you can with the time that you can, and do the rest when you come back. If you come back, it's very much a long-winded route.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, we always like to leave a place wanting to come back.
Yeah, I agree with that. But we are quite far up island. If you look at where we are on a map as we head up towards Sligo now, we've done incredible progress for the fact we've only been on the island for 4 days.
So yeah, it's true, isn't it? Yeah, you can make a lot of good progress. We did put in some big days though, in fairness.
Yeah, we did. We made use of all of the sun and the daylight that we possibly could, because we thought that maybe we wouldn't get so many sunny days, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we thought it while it's sunny, do as much distance as we can and make the most of it.
I feel like we're going in the wrong direction right now. I feel like we're going in.
Well, I do too, but I think we're heading inland now.
Okay.
There was a lot of flies in that area as well.
Yeah, my internal compass is saying wrong way.
Yeah, well, north is that way, so we are going the wrong way. I've still got a fly in my eye.
Yeah, the flies at that head that we were at were terrible.
Yeah, I think it was all the grass and the moss there. They must live in that. But yeah, I feel like they're in my head as well at the moment, like itchy. Which, now I've mentioned it, you're probably going to feel the same now, even if they're not.
Inception.
Riding through a little town called Killala, I think. That looks ancient up there, that tower. Got a bit of diversion, so I have to go around today.
What an interesting little place.
It was. The tower did look really, really old, didn't it?
No idea what it could have been from.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's almost like a little fortified lake.
Yeah. So this is Killala Bay. Look
And
at
they've got lots of sand dunes as well in the background there. I think that runs quite a big chunk of that coastline now. But this looks like a really interesting town.
There's the spire, and then you can also see that tower in the back. I love it when we ride through these little places that nobody would ever come to because they're in the middle of nowhere, but you get to ride through them and experience them for a minute or so.
Yeah, just a minute's all you need, isn't it, sometimes? And taking half a day there.
71 more kilometres to Sligo.
Only 71, that'll go quick. We've just arrived in Sligo, and as soon as we got off the tiny little motorway at the end, I think our hotel is just about 200 metres away. It's down here somewhere, I think. Can't really see much of the town yet, as it looks like we're staying a little bit on the outskirts of the city centre. But we are pretty close to the city centre, so as soon as we get there, we can probably have a little stroll into town. And according to this, our hotel should just be here. There it is, the address. Looks like this person's staying there too. If he ever reverses. We just got back after strolling around Sligo. We actually managed to find an Indian restaurant that was still open, so we had a really good meal there. We're back at the hotel now, and we're probably going to head to bed soon. But tomorrow we've got a busy-ish day planned. We haven't got too many kilometres to ride tomorrow. I think we've got about 3 hours or just under 200 kilometres to ride. But we're going to be spending the day riding through Donegal, and there's a couple of passes as well that we're going to try out tomorrow. But if we make up really good time, we might continue further north again and save a little bit of time for the last few days of our trip in Ireland. So join us in the next episode as we continue our road trip of Ireland.